What is going on, buddy? Welcome back to another brand new video. Of course, this is something different and intriguing that I probably haven't really done. Not really at all. I've done a lot of what if stuff on this channel as well, but I haven't really done like a what if theory. Like what could be the next color for Super Saiyan form. The way I see it is this. The next color. Now, I want to bring this up for a minute. If you look at the wheel chart here for colors, okay, there's not really too much left, of course, that is being used for the series. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, this is the only colors. Of course, there's so many colors nowadays that you can probably change and all that stuff, but mostly artists follow the chart for the wheel, the circle chart, of course, for our colors. The reason I know that is because if you guys are in art or game design or whatever, or even just art class in general, you know, they bring this up all the time. They always follow this wheel. I don't know why. It's just they do. Just it's a thing. Now, you guys probably seen, of course, in programs and stuff like that, especially if you make thumbnails or photoshopping or just anything, like even for painting or, you know, whatever you guys do. The way I see is this. There's only two particular colors left that is not being surrounded by what was chosen already. The way I see it is purple and orange. Now, I don't really feel like orange is going to be the next color. What I do see personally could be purple. Now hold on for a minute before people go, oh, I'm going to just type and tell this dude that he is wrong. He is super wrong. It should never be purple. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be for Goku, Vegeta, or any other Saiyans out there. But one particular Saiyan I feel like could work, might actually work, is Gohan. Now, before people also say, oh, Jesus, not even him either, please don't choose him. I feel like it might actually work. Just hold on for a brief minute and let me just explain why. Now, we all know that if we look way back during the beginning of DBZ, he technically was being raised by Piccolo. Now, I'm not saying at the time that he was being raised by him that he wore purple. I'm just saying that at the time, Piccolo was his mentor. Now, afterwards, of course, yes, he did wear his clothing, of course, but mostly, I will say, after the whole point of Saiyan, I think we saw a little bit of the clothing for that. The one I like to point out the most is pretty much during the Cell tournament and also the beginning of the Buu Saga. The reason I choose these two times is because, one, Gohan was a big, huge icon at the time during the Cell tournament. Now, when he went Super Saiyan 2, that is when us as fans, literally, we were just ecstatic and just stunned, and we were just like mind blown. Because when we saw Super Saiyan 2 for the first time, we wanted more. Like, we wanted to see this guy go in action. After they said that the episode is done, we were like, we want the next episode right now. Give it to us now. Even though we're not gonna get it. Just give it to us anyways. Anyways, like I said, he wore his suit. Even when he was going to Namek, what suit did he want to bring? The suit of Piccolo. He wanted to bring that suit with him, personally. Because, why? It represented Piccolo. Now, if you guys don't know, Goku wore a logo and a big, huge patch on his back showing who his masters were, right? So, of course, with Piccolo, he didn't write anything. He's not like Whis, where he just writes on a marker on people's clothing and says, that is my mark on you. I am your master now. Show that off to everybody. Piccolo didn't really care. He just said, here's clothing and that's it. So, the only thing that Gohan had personally from Piccolo was just his clothes. So, of course, Gohan's going to wear it because, one, he literally was like a father figure to this child. And at the same time, he was his mentor, which he really brutally showed him how training is really done, I guess you could say. Let's move over to the Super era, because I know for a fact that people are probably going, okay, we want to hear a point. You get the point. Yes, he has purple clothes. He wears Piccolo's suit. Where are you getting this point from? Now, the way I see it is this. If you look at Dragonball Super, we don't see that uniform ever since Ultimate Gohan. Now, I'm not saying, yes, that afterwards, yeah, he wore jogging pants or yoga pants or whatever freaking want to call it. But that is not the suit I'm looking at afterwards. I'm looking at him still staying in Goku's uniform. Yes, I know he wore regular clothes, of course, that you see through the series, that he's taking care of Pan, but when he's fighting, it's always Goku's uniform now. Or either that as well, I can't forget Great Saiyaman, because technically we did see a little bit more of Great Saiyaman than his yoga pants. Just gonna throw that out. He did wear that more than that, so I'm not really gonna say too much about it. So the way I see it is this: since the show is still continuing on, in the next arcs or whatever happens after the Galactic Prisoner happens, that arc, we might actually see Gohan maybe get a new form at that point. I'm not saying he will or not. Maybe he's still going to be Ultimate Gohan for God knows how long. But if he does take his own route, like from the recent episode that was dubbed, now he does say he wants to take his own route. So if he does take his own route and ends up getting a God form, or Super Saiyan God form, I guess you could say, then technically he could get purple. I'm not saying he's going to get blue. He might get blue. I'm not saying he's not. He probably might not get red. I feel like that might not happen. I know Vegeta is getting it in the movie, but maybe Gohan might not. So I kind of want to see where that would take us technically if he does get those forms. But the one form I like to point out is definitely going to be probably purple. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could be a theory. My theory is, since he wore purple clothes all his life through the show, wouldn't you want to give him purple hair? Since he's not wearing purple clothes anymore? I'm just saying, it kind of works out that way a little bit. If that's the way Akira Toriyama likes to play around with his work, it might happen. But other than that, guys, let me know down in the comment section below how you feel about Gohan getting purple hair for Super Saiyan God form. Now, like I said, this is just theory. I'm not saying this is going to be 100% facts. This could be not even right. This could be maybe 20% right. I'm not saying it's going to be fully right, or maybe not even right. Maybe it won't even take this route. But it's just a what if theory. That's all I'm asking. But other than that, let me know down in the comment section below how you feel about Gohan getting purple hair, since he's not wearing purple clothes anymore. That's just how I feel about it. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.